You think we're gonna beat all these games?
Nope.
Backlog boys.
No, probably not. Punch it, Chewy.
Hey. Welcome back.
Can that go in?
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
Great. We're back. It's boys.
It is the boys.
Playing-
It's Fire Emblem. Vaughn's doing his Iron Man thing, and I'm trying to stay interested. And so are you.
All right. So
Vaughn's got a plan.
Yeah,
We got some characters in low health.
Yep. Garcia's low health. Tana and Nami are vulnerable, but we're gonna probably save all of them
Yeah.
and maybe sacrifice
No
one other
soldiers left
person.
behind.
But we're gonna do our best to make everyone out here.
I gotta tell you something, Vaughn.
Tell me something.
I've been watching season 2 of Attack on Titan, and the
fucking
the
animation.
aesthetic is synonymous with this game.
Is it?
Yes, because it's like kind of medieval, kind of feudal, like mixed together. And then there's a lot of capes and cloaks and armor
A
and
lot of capes and cloaks
and swords and stuff like that. And there's also a lot of like political intrigue and dialogue.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know why I didn't realize it until recently, but
5.
Attack on Titan is very Fire Emblem-esque.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because it's like militant also. And there's a lot of like military
There's
factions.
Yeah.
You know, different regiments and all that different kind of stuff. So there's all that like jargon, as well as like the like honorable militant behavior and all that kind of stuff. Have you seen Attack on Titan?
I have not.
You haven't seen a lick of it.
Nope.
Oh my god, dude.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. It's, oh my god, it's so brutal. It's so like desolate and grim. Like the very first episode, I was just gutted. I was like, I don't know how I can continue to watch this just because it made me feel so horrible.
Wow.
Like just because
It's that dark? That
yeah,
heavy?
because what was happening to these people was so horrible that it was like, I don't know.
That's a juicy.
I'm kind of that way. That was a juicy heel. I'm just kind of that way with like movies and shows in general. Like if there's like a lot of like death or sadness in a movie or a show, it like transitions over to me, and then I don't like it because it makes me feel bad. Yeah.
That happens.
And a lot of people are
I'm
like,
prone
why
to
don't you
that
like
too.
this movie? Like Goodfellas is a perfect example.
Okay.
Like classic movie that's always touted as like a classic, you know, you got to see it, it's great, all that stuff. But like that movie makes me feel bad because so many people just get like senselessly murdered.
Yeah.
And I don't know, most people probably just don't feel it that way and interpret it that way. And I'm not saying I'm like better than anyone.
All right, I'm gonna hold my breath for a minute here.
Oh god, you're ending the turn. Ah, Vaughn did some stuff. See if he lives. Here comes a monster.
So Mulder's probably the most.
Stabby.
Oh, that was great.
Oh,
Sidestep.
69 experience points.
So
Highlight of his day.
all these guys should be fine because they're tough.
Yeah, stab him out, France.
Dude, France don't give an F. He don't give a hoot about no dogs.
If he gave an F, he'd be Rands.
God.
Vaughn, I haven't seen you.
It's been a while, man.
It seems
saw
like
you
it's been a
briefly.
really
I saw
long
you in
time.
passing.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh no.
We saw each other.
All right. Pray for a miss.
Oh, dude, Mulder. He is dude. He oiled up before this fight.
I was so worried about this.
These spears are slipping off him like spaghetti.
But that definitely was the solution, though. That was the solution to that puzzle.
Oh, dude,
and
that was a toasty,
Yeah.
cozy turn.
That was why we needed to stop where we did. Because I was going to make a mistake and people were going to die.
Oh, were
But-
you getting sleepy, pee-pee?
No, I just couldn't figure out what to do.
Oh, okay.
I was like thinking of the same options over and over again. And I was like, no, there's got to be a better way. So it took some time.
Yeah, it's been some
Figured
time
it
since we
out.
recorded the last episode.
It has been.
This is not a new session. This is a little interim.
Yes.
Vaughn needs to finish this mission so he can practice session.
Yes. Lance Reaver, that's right.
But
yeah, we have.
It won't
we have been
interrupt your
apart.
viewing schedule.
We have been apart for a while, so
Well, yeah, I saw you at 2DCon.
very briefly,
I mean, but that seems like a really long time ago.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's only been what, a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Yeah, a week and a half.
But
Did you have fun at 2D?
I did. It was fun.
It was fun.
It was interesting because I mean, it was our second show in what, a week?
Yes, because PokeCon was the week before.
which we have to like dedicate an episode to that. That was,
Yes.
that was a lot of fun.
There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about, but it was
We'll have to save that for
a
another
lot of
episode.
fun, to just at least tell you that.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because like I hadn't played since that last week. The performance at
Oh yeah, you guys didn't have
PokeCon.
like a rehearsal in
We
between.
didn't have
or
a
anything.
rehearsal.
Yeah.
I think Tom and Kenny got together for a little bit, but we didn't even know if I was going to be there. It was
Yeah.
and just
the joy of every bard's performance. How many of them will there be?
and much to my surprise and joy, I was able to be there, and I literally hadn't touched the instrument until like 5 minutes before we played, but to my pleasure, I was there, and it was a lot of fun. And I think
I often touch my instrument.
We did
to my
pretty well.
pleasure.
But yeah, it was fun. But then I had to promptly leave, so my time at 2D was limited. You saw much more of it.
It was a good.
Than I
I
did.
was only there for one day myself, but
And there was so much Smash stuff.
I was gonna say it
missed
was a
all of
good performance. You guys had a good show there.
Oh, thank you.
You guys had a good response, and
Yeah, the crowd was.
It was cool.
There were after the songs that I thought it was nice because like you kind of know what songs you nail. You know when you're in the middle of a
Right.
performance, you're like, wow, we killed that one.
We got 'em.
And we would always this was like a show where it wasn't just like applause for applause, but it was like I could feel the energy of like our good performance, or like the songs that we
Yeah.
played the best got the best
Response.
reaction, which like always feels good.
yeah, absolutely.
It was fun all around.
Yeah, I could
the
tell it
brief-
was going well for you
brief
guys.
period.
I was like helping the Super Mercado Bros with something and like having an important conversation, like kind of during your performance, but even
Backstage.
no, just like off to the side.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I could tell that you guys were doing really well, and it was cool. It was a good show.
Yeah, there were like
I think 2D just has a little bit more engaging audience than something like PokeCon. Like PokeCon crowd is just super chill. Mm-hmm. Everyone's just like they're there and they're being entertained. They're just not really showing it.
yes, yeah. That's kind of there's still
that's fine.
You know, it is what it is. It's still an
Yeah.
audience, and they're happy to see you, and
Yeah.
you're happy to play there.
Yeah, 2D was cool. I got to do a panel.
Yes,
which
I don't
was-
even know about what because I wasn't around.
It was
but
pretty cool.
Let me.
It was about like the premise for the panel was to talk about how video game music and soundtracks have like become their own medium that can be enjoyed outside of the context of the video game.
Yes, that's always an interesting.
And we just kind of like there were three different panelists and then a moderator.
Okay.
And the moderator just kind of asked us each the same question, and we'd all give our answers on them.
Okay.
And it was just questions about like, where do we think video game music's going? What are some of your favorite soundtracks? Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. It was really cool. And people were there. People wanted to see it. The room was full, and there were people like
That's awesome.
standing in the back.
Because I felt like, not to 2D Con's discredit, because we've found this hard for like Gamers Rhapsody and VGM, but like sometimes it's hard to fill a room for panels if you have several going on at once, and at such a big event like that.
And I think it might have helped because one of the panelists with me was one of their guests of honor.
Oh,
The Justin Courtney Pierre, who was the like front man for Motion City Soundtrack, was one of their like key guests. So I don't know if everybody was just there because he was there, and they wanted to hear what he had to say. And he felt like a total outsider in the panel, which was hilarious. It was really cool getting to meet him and getting his input as somebody who was a professional touring musician for many, many years, and hasn't played like a ton of video games and hasn't analyzed a lot of video game music really at all.
interesting.
And then also like, even though he's a professional musician, he doesn't really have like a scholastic background. He's pretty much self-taught in everything, and he knows very little about like theory and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then it was me
Interesting.
and then it was me and Emily Reese were the other two people.
She's awesome.
And she's like classically trained.
Yes.
And her job is to analyze music
And
break it down.
and to like she knows all the people.
Yeah, Emily
All the people
Reese is
involved with it.
like a podcaster, radio personality who has a show where she talks to sound designers and composers from video games specifically.
Many
and
very, very well known.
Yeah, we're talking like big people, like Marty O'Donnell, Jason Graves, like big people.
It's actually my favorite one is Marty O'Donnell.
Really?
That she does, yeah.
Cool. That was like one of her most recent ones. She's got the episode up on her site. If you guys are interested in that, it's called Level with Emily Reese. I forget what the name of it is. I think it's called Podbean is where she has her podcast. But you can find it pretty easily. But yeah, her and I, have a lot of like music theory background and analysis background. And then Justin was kind of bringing in a different perspective, and we're all into different games. So it was a fun panel. I enjoyed it. People had cool questions to ask too, which is always nice.
That's always good for a panel.
Like, it's always nice when you open it up for questions and people's hands go up and
yes,
they have good questions that aren't like something that you already talked about.
Yeah.
And then they just weren't listening.
That you kind of have
and they
to,
were
like,
just thinking about asking their question the whole time.
Gracefully rephrase.
Yeah, these were some pretty like interested parties that had attended.
That's good.
But yeah, 2D was a good time. It's always a good time. Looked like people were having fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of Smash Bros stuff, and I was there for 0 of it. So
I didn't see any of it either. But if it makes you feel any better.
From what I heard, it was.
I was only there for like half a day.
Received. So, oh, you were only there the one day.
Yeah. I was there like an hour before my panel, and then until the end of the performances that night.
Okay,
that's it. I was only there for like 6 hours, and it was like a 3-day thing. Oh man, there's something going on with my throat right now. Yeah. It's really pissing me off. You know, like, when it feels like you have like a piece of food like behind one of your tonsils?
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm dealing with right now.
Okay.
And there's definitely nothing there because I have extensively probed and fidgeted with my tonsil.
You've sent
in question
search parties?
Yeah. Jones, search party of 2. It's one of the best, most legendary Mitch Hedberg jokes of all time. Familiar with Mitch Hedberg?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, local guy.
Really?
Who had a very specific and unique brand of comedy, and like no other. He was very socially inept, and he got extreme stage fright.
Really?
And people thought it was like a character, and it kind of was a character, but it was also authentic. So he would come out and he'd have sunglasses on and he'd just kind of hold the mic and kind of look down, and he hardly moved at all because he was terrified. And then he would just do one-liners with like very little like animation and inflection in his voice. And he had kind of like a stoner voice.
Okay.
That was part of his character too. So he'd just come out, and he'd be like, "My belt is holding up my pants, but my belt loops are holding up my belt. Who is the real hero?"
And that's the joke?
And that's the joke, yeah. And he did this one legendary bit where he's like, I always find it interesting when you go to a restaurant and people call out the names, and they're like, Taylor, party of 3. And the Taylor party gets up and they go and get seated. And then they say, Dufresne, party of 2. And they wait a couple of minutes and nobody's moved, and so they try again. Dufresne, party of 2. And no one responds, and so they say, Jones, party of 2. And I'm like, wait, what happened to the Dufresnes? How could anyone eat at a time like this? When the Dufresnes could be locked up somewhere, suffering. Jones, search party of 2. And it's just, oh man, he was so fantastic.
How does she do this?
Dude, the criticals.
How does she do this?
The criticals.
She's unstoppable.
It's critical. Ain't it?
Oh man.
Ain't it critical? Why such a word called critical? That song is so good.
Is this just a song I don't know?
Yeah, it's critical. Look it up, folks. Forget the name of the guy. 70s song called It's Critical.
Okay. Aptly named.
It's a one-hit wonder, and it is a wonder.
It is?
Yeah.
Old lady.
Can I have some of that bread? It smells amazing. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Is that fresh meat?
Here
You're in the realm. What are you looking at? I'm. This staff should help you to protect against the beasts. Please.
She's giving us a staff, dude.
Have you ever like been with someone who or been around?
She gives you like a group of people. This staff. Dude, we got a barrier staff.
Gives you an actual staff.
Is that going to be good?
Barrier is great.
What is? Oh, it's a spell that mages can use.
No, it's actually it is a staff that healers can use, but it grants like a. I think.
Is it a magic barrier or a physical barrier?
Here he is.
It's Ewan. Ewan.
Not McGregor.
Not McGregor. The other. He does have a little like braid thingy hanging down though.
Yeah,
he's like episode 2.
And there he is.
We got him?
He's weak. But
we got him?
He can be good. Yeah, there he is.
Bowolo.
He's a mage. Surprise. What?
You just repeated that, but I don't think you have any idea why I said that.
I don't.
On the screen at the bottom, it's like it says B0 W0 L0. And I don't know what the B, W, and L are, but it looks like Bowolo. If it ever pops up again, I'll try to point it out to you if I remember.
Bowolo.
It's on one of the like character status screens when it shows all their stats and shit.
Huh.
There it is, Bowolo.
Bowolo.
Yeah, baby.
I didn't pick. I was not picking up what you were throwing down.
I mean, it was great that you
slamming it down.
that you just repeated it blindly.
Did I say Bowolo?
You said it right after I said it.
Wow.
Like you were right with me. You were right in step. Without missing a beat.
I have to tell one story about the time that I've been gone for here.
Okay.
Just to give you a taste.
A taste
right now.
The armed forces?
Yes. Well, this isn't specifically about the armed forces, but
okay. I just knew that's
where I was.
Who you'd been gone with.
Yes. If you don't know,
Vaughn is in a committed relationship with the American National Armed Forces.
Yes. I'm in the Army Reserve, and I was doing my thing with them. But, so
You've been pre-ordered by the Army?
Yes.
You're in the reserve?
Special pre-order, limited edition.
Yeah, they're paying you off over time.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the payment plan.
Until you release.
Actually, they did. Yeah. But, anyway.
It's a better joke than you thought.
Actually, more accurate. But we have, so usually we do like a 2-week thing every year, 2 to 3 weeks. And last year
like a little camp?
Yeah. But last year was really hard. It was
you did this same thing last year?
Yes.
Okay.
It was not fun.
You can't hit Tana.
It was
Bish.
It wasn't really helpful. It was kind of a big waste of. Oh, hello.
Oh, was that the time when you went and played with the fake guns and stuff like that, and it didn't work? None of it
real
worked.
Guns with equipment that should work but didn't. Yes.
That was when that was this time last year.
Where essentially it was like bang bang.
Gotcha.
I got him.
Yeah.
Hey, get down, you.
Yeah.
But.
Oh god, that was a legendary story.
So, anyways, we stayed at our unit, which is it's a reserve unit, so it's not in it's in the countryside. It's not in like a city or anything, so it's kind of it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin, and
you mean Wisconsin?
There's a city somewhere in there.
Yeah,
I'm sure. But so we actually got to stay at our unit, and we weren't staying on a military base, which is unusual. That's never happened for me before.
You went to Camp Bigawa?
Bigawa?
I don't know. I'm just making up a Wisconsin-y sounding name.
But no, we were actually not on a military installation, like a big base. So that was pretty unique.
Were you like a Holiday Inn?
No, just we were staying at our unit, which is
I don't know what that means.
It's like a single building in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay.
Usually we go to a base somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Like a large camp where you're surrounded by people all the time.
Okay.
But so we were staying there, so that presented a lot of unique opportunities, such as like being able to go home some nights, which was quite nice. So I spent one night with my girlfriend, and I spent this entire a significant amount of time of this 17 days stenciling. So like the vehicles,
stenciling.
Yes, the vehicles all have to have like administrative numbers on them that show you what unit, what subunit, what company they're all in, right?
Oh, okay, like with spray paint or something.
Yeah, and so you have like a stencil kit, and so you can stencil the numbers on there. And I had spent so much time doing this that my girlfriend said that I woke up, sat up from being dead asleep, just all of a sudden, wham! I'm awake. Or up, seemingly awake. Just sit straight up suddenly.
Yeah.
And she says like, whoa, what's going on? And I said,
oh my god.
I said, I just wanted to see what it would feel like. And she said, what would feel like? And I said, the stencils. And she had no idea what I was talking about. She's like, you're asleep. Go back to sleep. And so I told my coworkers were giving me crap like, oh, you've been dragging this out for all 17 days, haven't you? Doing the easy work. Because, we're mechanics, not
stencilers.
Stenciliers.
Which is an official title, by the way.
Is it a stenciler?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my classification.
We'll expect you to take it very seriously.
Yeah. Don't make fun of this. Don't make a mockery of me. But,
the stencils. That is so fucking lame, Bond.
Yeah. And so
I just wanted to see what it felt like.
And so I told my coworkers the next day, who have been making fun of me, or making good-natured fun, like, "Oh, you're really milking this one, aren't you? This single task." But it was a lot of vehicles. In my defense.
Okay.
Hello,
Mulder. What is up, dude? Amend broke. That's ironic.
Is he making amends with that fact?
The mend spell broke.
Is he making amends?
Shouldn't he have just used the last mend spell on the mend spell?
There actually is a staff that can repair
heals other
something
spells
like that. Well, repairs any item.
I'll heal you.
But yeah, when I told my coworkers that I had been stenciling for so long that I literally was dreaming of stenciling.
You had a nightmare of stencils.
That was too much.
Look at that squad of gargoyles up there, dude. They're gonna squitch down and get you. I'm gonna get you.
Oh, we're gonna do a pick me up here.
Yeah? A little espresso? Or no, tiramisu.
Yes. Let's see here. I think we are good to go.
Yeah?
Who's this?
The centaur guy? Is he the main guy? Does he not move?
He is, yeah. I don't think he moves.
But he's got a steel bow.
He has a bow.
Look at his gray body.
Yeah. Ugh. Not a good skin tone, I would say.
It's weird how his man part of his body is not proportional to the horse portion of his body, but proportional in such a way that it's the relation of a man and a horse. Not in this picture, but in the other picture on the status screen,
I'm gonna have to take a second look.
His human part of his body looked way smaller than the horse part of his body.
Oh yeah.
It looks like the size of a guy on a horse.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
That is odd. All right, so I think I'm just gonna let these guys come down here.
Let them come to you.
I don't want to do that right now.
Well, that way you can stay in formation instead of trying to move all your guys.
Yep. And that'll save some time.
Yeah. Nami's gonna poke him.
Maybe she'll get a. Okay, I did.
No critical.
We can't ask for it.
Don't call for it.
Yeah, I can't ask for it. That would be too much.
It's got to be unspoken.
We got Dweebus up here.
Dweebus?
Yeah, man.
Dude, you know that sensation you get when it's usually with a food or a drink that you don't have very often, and you kind of try not to have because it's kind of a guilty pleasure, and then you have it and it's just so many endorphins and so gratifying. Man, I had that just before you got here.
Really?
I was all right, Vaughn's on his way over. I gotta get some quick food, some quick drink.
With what item?
It was a Red Bull.
Oh.
I had a Red Bull.
Okay.
And I have not had a Red Bull in a while.
In a while?
Like an original Red Bull.
Oh,
I've had
just the gray and...
The gray and blue, yeah.
All right, classic.
Because they have the summer edition right now that's the grapefruit flavored one.
Which
that one is
right?
Oh my god, it's good. I've had a couple of those since they came out. But other than that, I haven't had a Red Bull probably since last Gamers Rhapsody.
Oh wow.
When I had way too many. Which would have been November.
Did you I didn't have a single one. We ran out pretty quick. Did you contribute to that problem?
Well, first of all, I was
During that
running
long
that.
night?
I was running that speedrun marathon, so there was a lot. We pulled the Red Bull thing into that room,
It was a long night.
but
for
I think
Austin.
somebody stole like a backpack full of Red Bull. I think that was
that
one of
would-
the things that happened.
That would make sense.
Anyways, I had that. I was like, I need some food and I need some caffeine because I did not sleep very much last night, and I wanted to be fiery for this little mini session. And so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have this Red Bull.
For this current mini session.
Yes, the one we're doing right now.
Gotcha.
Meta. And so I ate a bowl of macaroni because that's like the quickest meal that I can make, and pounded that Red Bull, and it was just like, oh my god, I want 3 more of these.
Which you shouldn't have, but
no, you will have heart problems.
yes.
I have been in that place before.
Have you?
Yes,
That
happened.
many Red Bulls?
Oh, absolutely. Or just caffeine overdose in general, where like your body is like shaking and your heart, you can like feel every heartbeat.
Speaking of drink,
It's very scary.
got an Arnold Palmy.
That happened to Andy at the speedrun marathon at last Gamers Rhapsody. He was just pounding Red Bulls.
Surprised something like that didn't happen to him at Magfest.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't drink that much caffeine, I don't think. I mean, he had a lot of Mountain
Well,
Dew.
after
But that's not nearly as
like,
much caffeine as an energy
just
drink.
like with his
style.
his style. Let's go with his style.
His MO.
Yeah.
Oh, Magfest.
Andy's great.
Andy is great. I hope I see him between now and Magfest. He's so freaking busy all the time now.
Oh, I have my new army schedule. I have to look at that and see if that works for Magfest.
Vaughn
So I
got a new
definitely-
job.
Definitely want to go. Yes, I will tell you more about it in a later episode.
Yes, he's still...
We got lots. We have saved up quite a bit of.
It's been an
talking.
event-
Whoa,
Tana!
dude! Everyone,
That's my girl, man.
this group of people right here is just killing it right now.
We got a squad.
Yeah,
We've been burned a few times
we have.
by the fruit of another.
But we've come back harder, stronger,
Yeah,
faster.
yeah.
What were we saying? Someone was saying something.
Oh, I was just saying
remember
that
what.
you're still in Uncle Sam's club,
Oh yes,
but you
getting a new
have
job.
you have a new position within the club.
So I'm getting, and I think I will like it a lot. I'm pretty hopeful about it, but I got a new schedule for that, and I have to see if I just got it recently, and I need to see if that works out for the fest.
The fest.
I definitely want to go back.
I do.
Was-
Also, because it's a good time.
Yeah, very good time.
Go to Magfest, people.
Do it, you fools. Right, take another sip.
Yeah.
Now that you got me all thirsty.
I've got you thirsty. Mm-hmm. With my dry remarks.
Yep. I'm having a classic Arnold Palmy. It's good stuff.
I've had several Arnold Palmers the past week or so.
Have you?
Yeah, Liz and I went on a double date. We went on 2 double dates in 2 consecutive days
Oh wow.
to 2 different restaurants with 2 different couples.
Whoa.
And I had an
Maximum
I had an Arnold Palmer
double
each
dates.
time because that's like my go-to drink when we go out to eat somewhere.
Okay.
Because like I hate the look that I get when it's just like, oh, I just want water
From like the
wait
waitress.
staff. Yeah,
Oh, halberd. That's right.
like-
all right. So he's got a halberd. That's
He's a
effective
strongy?
cavalry. Well, he's a strongy.
Oh, it's effective
And he
against
has-
mounted units.
Yes. And it's also an axe, which means it's just strong in general. But
I remember being so confused as a kid trying to understand the difference between cavalry and Calvary.
yeah, I don't even know what cavalry means.
I think Calvary is like a proper noun. It's the name of like a place.
Because I know like there's churches with the name Calvary
Or
something.
Calgary is also a thing.
The city. Or
Yeah.
okay.
We can't
Yeah,
speak. We
I
can't
struggle with
speak
that.
much to that issue because we
No.
we don't know and we don't feel like looking it up.
But I definitely struggle with that too, and I definitely thought I probably said Calvary instead of cavalry.
Oh, I remember it being a very common thing at young ages, and me always just thinking like, which one is it?
Yeah.
Dude, my hand is itching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I burned myself pretty good
Did you?
cooking recently.
Oh.
I got these 2 like blisters that like puffed up
Ugh.
and then popped, and all that good stuff. And now they're like starting to scab over.
That is some good stuff.
And so they're just itching. Yes, just, splashed some hot oil right onto my skin. You know how it is.
I do.
It just itches because it's healing.
All right, well, we're closing in on this one here. This is all that's left.
Are we?
This batch of people.
Still seems like you got a ways to go, but
there's not too many of them though.
All right.
And they're not all rushing. So let's see here.
They're not all rushing. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, don't everybody rush.
It's also good that they're not all Russian.
Yeah. Russians can be tough.
I talked to some Russian people today.
Did you?
They were very friendly.
Like through work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually see a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that there were a lot of Russians in the area.
I didn't either.
But it sounds
And
like
I don't
there
know
are.
if it's because they know that, like, there's a Russian person that works in my department that speaks fluently, that can help people that don't speak English well.
Okay.
And I don't know if, like, word of that gets around,
Yeah.
but we have a lot of Russians that shop at our establishment.
Interesting.
Yeah. Frequently.
I mean, can you usually like spot a Russian out of a crowd?
I've gotten pretty good at it because of this.
Okay.
But before that, probably not.
'Cause I don't think.
I mean, sometimes they'll throw you off guard
That
where they just look like a normal white person.
Yeah.
And then they'll start talking and they have a really thick accent. And you're like, oh, you're not a Minnesotan.
But I mean, is there anything like specifically where it's like, oh, well, I know that person's not Serbian or something?
Oh,
Like where I
like
know
something that's
this person
similar?
is Russian. Yeah.
no.
Okay.
No. It's more like you see them and you can tell that they're something foreign, and they're white. So it's like that narrows it down quite a bit. And because we know that we get a lot of Russians, that's usually our first go-to. And if it's some like shaved head dude with no neck and he's like purple because he's so like swole,
Jesus.
it's like, okay. Or they hand you their ID and it's like a frickin', oh, there's 8 V's in your name, so yeah, you're probably
Russian.
all the Chevs and Shavs.
And Evskis. Ovskis.
Yeah, all the skis. I think the skis sometimes are more Scandinavian, Norwegian.
Or like Polish.
Yeah. Yeah, Polish is the ski for sure. Polski.
You ever skied?
I've never skied.
Like downhill?
No. Never done any kind of winter sport. Never snowboarded, never skied, never
Skated?
never ice skated.
Really?
Never done it.
Do you have an interest in changing that?
I mean,
Well,
I guess. I mean, I'm a freaking wizard on rollerblades.
are you?
Oh yeah. I can move it. I feel like I've told the story about my one rollerblade days.
Where you would ride on one
where I would
rollerblade
just wear one rollerblade
in one shoe.
and one shoe, yeah.
Just like push.
Yeah, I'd like pump like a skateboard. And then when I was coasting, I would just put my shoe foot on top of the rollerblade foot
Balance.
and just
Oh,
kind of...
that's pretty apt.
Yeah, and I would just like ride over to my friend's
pretty
house
apt.
that way. Because yeah, I didn't want to put on both rollerblades and like carry my shoes. And then when I got to my friend's house, have to like change out of them and all that stuff. So I would just wear the one rollerblade. And it was way easier for me to take off. I used to love those blades. Haven't done that in a really long time.
I liked rollerblading, like to the extent where I was always like the kid, one of the several kids who would be like, "Oh, we're going to the roller skating arena. Well, I'm gonna bring my blades. I ain't skating.
Yeah.
I'm blading." But
Quad skates are pretty cool though.
I think I was also good at it because because I played hockey once upon a time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm told
So
it's
it's just a natural-
very similar.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's different
Yeah.
in its own ways, but I'm pretty confident that I could do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be that guy that's like holding onto the wall and like slipping all over the place. Yeah, falling down all over the place.
I guess the only big difference is that there is like some give side to side, they're horizontally, whereas there's not really any on wheels.
Oh,
Like,
really?
'cause you slide a little bit.
I would
'cause
think of it as
ice.
the opposite. Because I always feel like there's that's kind of how you push on rollerblades, is you kind of push out to the side.
But there's more
The
resistance, though.
ice
I think
seems like there'd be more resistance to me on the ice because you're like cutting into it. But I guess it would make sense for there to be less also.
yeah, and also kind
if
of
you're
I
not
think
cutting into it that much.
Yeah,
Just kind of gliding.
everything
over the
just
top.
kind of feels like a little less stable.
Yeah.
But, oh, that's Lute. I don't want her.
That's just the draft.
Okay, I thought that was a person. for
Not a
second.
person. The door to this room just occasionally opens.
Yeah, if you don't latch it completely, or even if you do latch it,
It doesn't latch
Have we-
completely.
okay.
That's why.
that would explain it.
Yeah. So sometimes it seems like someone's just poking their head in.
That's what I felt like there. for a
Ain't
second.
nobody there.
Definitely spooked me.
Yeah, it spooks me every once in a while too. If I'm like, because if like
It's when you don't sleep in here though.
because if I'm at my computer, my back is turned to the door, so I'll be
Yeah.
like, whoa, and like whip around.
Like your instincts are like,
Yeah, someone coming for me.
somebody there.
Yeah, which is also like my most number one basic primal fear
Is someone there?
is someone coming for me when I'm not looking and when I'm not ready. I feel like that's a pretty normal human thing.
Yeah.
But I think I might have it to a degree higher than most.
Okay.
Hence why I
Here.
could never sleep as a kid
That's not.
and
good enough,
still
honest.
struggle with sleep. Because
So-
it's just like, someone's coming for me, dude.
Yeah. Did you get that like more when no one's around in the house? Like when you're in a house alone?
Oh, absolutely. That was basically equivalent to death. But it was
It's,
only if it was nighttime and if I was going to bed.
Interesting.
Like, I remember when I first started staying home alone,
Fast as a
I was
sky.
probably like 11. You know, my mom would be like, okay, I'm going to the store. Do you want to go? And I'd be like, nah. And then I would just stay behind. And I would, that was cool. Or like, I would stay home sick from school and she would like still go to work, and I'd just be home all day. It's like, this is sweet.
Yeah.
I would never get spooked then.
Only at night.
But if I was going to bed, then it was
Oh,
just like,
okay.
somebody coming. They coming for me. They watching. They know I'm going to sleep.
They learning.
Yeah. They spying on me. I don't know why.
No.
And I would just lay in the bed and just stare at the bottom of the door
Interesting.
and just like if I could not sleep with my back turned to the door because the fear would overcome me.
That's interesting.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty awful, pretty debilitating for the first like 13 plus years of my life.
And now it just kind of lingers.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But you live with.
Like if it's why I'm such a light sleeper.
Okay.
Like if I hear a noise when I'm asleep, I'm like, "Hmm," and I have to like,
Huh?
I have to like tense up and like make sure
What
it's
was that?
not an intruder. Yeah, basically. Must be imagining things, and then I go back to
Needs
sleep.
healing.
Nobody needs healing, dude. You're stacked.
Yeah, we are pretty stacked right now. They can't hit us. Everyone misses.
Everyone misses.
Everyone
Dude, I told
misses
you,
the episode.
Mulder oiled up before this mission.
Yeah.
He lubed up. And he's rubbing off on everybody.
Oh God.
I mean, if you're gonna rub off, lube up first.
Yeah.
It's safer.
Please.
You'll have a better
For all our
time. You
sakes.
might have to clean up afterwards, but take it from me.
Take it from you.
Well, not like that. Take my advice. Lube up before you rub off. On yourself or anyone. Miss.
Ah.
Right in the chest.
Double? Double.
Dude, just front flip, back flip, front
Yeah.
flip, back flip.
He's too acrobatic.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, sorry, bruh.
Bruh?
Sorry about you.
bruh. Dude, that purple though. On the axe too? That's cool.
Oh, on the monster guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool looking. Do we ever get a centaur?
We do not. It's monsters only.
I quit the game.
Yeah, they play for the
don't wanna play this anymore.
They play for the monsters. They won't affect.
Hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high. Hit 'em low, hit 'em low, hit 'em low. Dude, I used to go nuts on the Space Jam soundtrack.
Yeah.
I had it on CD. It was good.
The whole soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely. Film in and inspired by the motion picture.
Oh, we didn't want that.
What? The critical?
He gets all the experience now.
Soleil, Sayla, whatever the fuck.
Wow, that was a lot. Okay, actually, that
Whatever
was good because we probably got.
That was poop.
That was poop.
That was straight poop. You Caesar wannabe. Does it end the mission early because we killed him?
Good question.
L fire. Is that just a more powerful fire?
Yeah. No. Let's see.
Looks
Let's
like
actually see what the objective is. Defeat all monsters.
Soleil trying to steal the thunder.
Yeah, but that
With
was
his
actually
thunder.
that was fine because I mean he needs more experience to
Because he's behind?
Well, no, because
Is he a long-term character?
he would get slow growth of experience, like because he's higher leveled. But the fact that he still got 100 meant that that was like probably the maximum.
Yeah.
That we could have gotten out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. Dude, I was starting a war with my eyebrows, and you just missed the whole thing.
You were starting a war.
I was starting a war over here, and you
You
weren't even there.
Well, I was playing a game. Unfortunately.
Oh, what game are you playing? You playing a game right now, Vaughn?
It's called Firm.
Is this a game?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a tedium simulator.
I just had a thought that I hope doesn't exist, but it might.
You had a thought that you hope doesn't exist.
Okay,
You
so
decide whether or not your thought exists.
Well, no. Like whether.
Let's not get too existential on whether or not thoughts exist.
I think, therefore, no. Well, I was just thinking to myself,
Schrodinger's brain.
what if somewhere out there is a Fire Emblem, but it's a furry emblem?
Oh man. I mean, I'm sure it's out there.
It's at least a fan art somewhere.
Because then when you ship your characters, they could yiff.
Is that actual? Wait, is that a real term?
That's actual factual, baby.
Oh.
Furries don't have sex, they yiff.
On what authority do you have this? Because
I mean,
I find that amazing.
is there any greater authority on their community other than they themselves, the community?
No, there's not.
Okay. That's their word. I don't know if I'm allowed to use that word as a
Yiff.
as a normal, but
Whoa.
that is their word.
Okay. We get the happy almost there music.
This dumb little zombie just chilling over here, melting his ass off. Just farting and screaming the whole time.
He's melting though. Farting and screaming.
That
He,
visual.
You like
Someone
can't
like
decide which.
someone like crippled on the ground that can't move, and they're like on the verge of death, and they're just screaming bloody murder, and then also like farting, just like wet, sloppy, continuous farts.
There he is.
Dude, he has so much HP.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! Get him, Ewan. Burn it up. Burn out the day and burn out the night.
Whoa. That's a lot of experience.
That was a lot of experience. Well, he's really low,
He's
right?
really weak. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have like a specific plan for how this guy's gonna die, or?
Well, I'm gonna use Ewan a couple times just to get him some fluffy EXP.
Okay. Fluffy.
So I'm gonna just kind of try to delay him, just a
Heavily
little
whipped,
bit.
Heavily whipped experience.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta partake in some cupcakes after this.
Do we?
Yeah.
Could you prep me a Twiz?
Print me a Twiz?
No, prep.
Prep?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Vaughn brought Twizzlers. Just like
for anyone-
original, basic bitch
Whoa.
Twizzlers.
All right, Austin's not in the know about Twizzlers, so let me tell you how it
I
works.
didn't even
here.
open this right, man. It has like a reseal thing.
Let me just tell you how this works, Austin. The hierarchy of Twizzlers that is established by science is Twizzlers nibs, are the best. And that followed 3? I'm good. I think I'm good there. Are you going for 5? Okay, I got 5. But thank you.
I don't want you asking me again.
Aptly prepped. I guess the word.
The hierarchy of Twizzlers.
Yeah.
They're all the same flavor, right? Just like
I think
different.
it's cherry. These are strawberry.
These are not strawberry.
Read the package, my boy.
These are not strawberry.
Read the package, baby.
It says strawberry, but they don't taste like strawberry. They just taste like red fucking licorice. It just tastes like original Twizzlers. If these tasted like strawberry, I'd be totally into it. But they don't. They kind of smell like strawberry. They kind of smell like a scented eraser from back in like 5th grade.
I can see that.
I used to have one actually that was shaped like a life-size strawberry.
Really?
Yeah, and it smelled like strawberries, and it was so good. It did not erase for a crap though.
No.
I just kept it in my pencil box because it made it smell good.
But yes, the hierarchy goes nibs.
No.
Which are the little
No.
door stops.
Door stops.
That's what they look like.
They look like diced rhubarb
Yeah,
in
also
candy
that.
form.
Huh.
Yeah, I just don't like Twizzlers, man.
Followed. Oh man, that's no good, man.
How could you eat this after that fancy shit that we've had? The kookaburra shit. So much better than this.
Oh, here's some.
What's up, girl? Got a colander on your head?
Nothing we need.
Woo! Woo! Sounds like a song that would have that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like freaking whole tone. Weird.
I mean, it's just a snack, Austin. It's just a snack.
It's like less than a snack. It's not even a
The
snack.
truth comes out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. That was trash.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Ewan. Is it more important that he get good or that Sayla get good? Sayla sounds like a better name, but Soleil looks more like how it should be pronounced.
Yeah. I think it's Soleil.
But that's such
That's
a
always how I
dumb
say
sounding
it.
name.
No, it is.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
Granted.
It's a trash name.
Yeah.
Just kill this fucker.
We're gonna give it to your girl.
My girl Tana. Stabby. And
And
we
the
wave
flappy.
and wave goodbye. The flappy.
But okay, let me finish. It goes nibs.
Okay. Nibs. Look at that roll.
And then twists. And then these. And then
These
the
are
peewee-
twists.
Mini twists.
Okay.
And then twists.
Oh my god, look at this lady.
Whoa!
And he's just like, oh, get away from me, Jesus!
He's very.
She looks like a butter sculpture.
He's very off to the side.
Yeah. He's like, I wish his sprite was like slowly retreating, like a few pixels at a time.
Like every like text box.
God,
he,
she
like,
is
takes a step
horrific.
back. Man.
She is horrific.
Yeah.
If you don't get me back to the state fairgrounds, I'll turn into a puddle.
I hope she dies on a pile of popcorn.
Subtle shots at the state fair starting. Is that what that was?
Well, because they have butter sculptures.
Yes. Okay. True.
Her little eyes moving. Ugh.
She also has no teeth.
No. She's made of butter. No teeth and butter.
It's hard to read text when that's on the screen.
Rock moss. They just like stab her and like nothing happens because she's made of butter. They just like and then they pull it out and it just like closes back up.
Take a tablespoon here and there, just what you need.
Grandmother.
That's weird. Someone you're not related to telling you to call me grandma.
Yeah, just call me grandma.
Granny.
Actually,
She's Gray Dragon.
I know an old lady that's like that.
Really?
Everyone just calls her, or not everyone does, but she tells everyone to just call her granny
Okay.
because she wants to be everyone's granny.
I see.
And when
But is she like this? Is she
no,
creepy?
No, she's not hideous. She's a very nice lady. It's Justin's grandma.
Oh,
Justin from 13.
I like Justin. I assume I don't like his grandma.
Yes, she's a likable lady. And actually, when I was in school growing up and my grandma lived with me, people called her grandma. Like my friends and stuff. They'd come over and she'd be there. And they'd be like, hey, grandma. And I always thought that was really cool.
Walking into a random village.
Yeah. Oh, please, just call me grandmother. I think it's probably a translation thing.
That could be.
Because it's like, sometimes, you know, like a young man will call an old man grandpa, and it's like an insult. It's like a slight. It's like a dominance thing.
So she's just given some backstory on the continent, and I don't really know what it is.
Yawn.
But
Emblem.
more stuff about the Grado War and the rise of the
Yawn rolls.
What do we call him?
Over here. The sleepy boy.
Not today.
Not today.
But the coinciding of both the creatures appearing and things going to hell along with Grado's war, like they're connected.
Right. She's got a hypothesis.
Yeah. A foul energy.
Myr? Who's Myr?
She's the dragon. Manakete. That we met. Purple hair. You might see her.
The girl that can transform into a dragon?
Yes.
Forgot about her.
Yeah, we will get to use her soon.
Manakete.
She's very powerful.
Manakete.
Is that like a direct rip from Japanese or something?
Well, that's how you would pronounce that word.
Does that mean something? As far as you know, does that mean something?
I have no idea.
Okay. Excuse me.
No.
Burp was
No, I will not excuse you, Vaughn.
prepping that, milking that burp, getting ready.
It is his duty to create
Matron. Okay.
Oh yeah, I think her telling them to call her grandmother was like telling them not to be so formal. I think that's how that was supposed to be interpreted.
And also,
thanks so much for everything, and thanks for taking 3 hours to walk from this main road to your house and then back, and making us walk at your pace.
And we're saving.
Are we done, Vaughn?
Hamel Canyon. Gonna meet Mark.
Wow. Mark.
We're the last Jedi awaits.
On first name basis with Marky Hams.
Are you? Yeah, we call him Hams.
Marky Hams.
Let's call him Hammy. He asks us to call him Hammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he's waiting for us on the mountain, in the canyon. This one.
Next week on the show.
He's gonna tell Erica that she's the last Jedi.
Next week on the show, we're gonna go meet the Joker himself. It's gonna be great. Vaughn's gonna be there. He's gonna be He's gonna be like
listener,
mildly playing this game.
Mildly? I think severely.
He's gonna be intensely playing this game and probably mildly conversing with me, while I just say random nonsensical things to fill the space.
I will grant that is true, but I find it very tough in this game.
Yeah.
And most games I play.
Yeah, this is a difficult one, folks.
Yeah. But look at how far we've come so far.
It's been good.
We've traversed most of the continent.
But in the meantime, there's going to be... what day is this? This is Monday Vonday. So
this is Monday.
On Wednesday, there's going to be a brand new Wednesday Friends Day series for you.
The second one of year 2. You, 2 boys, 2 games, 2 other people.
2 years, 2 guest slots. Yeah. And then on Friday, we'll have the grand finale of Snowboard Kids for you. And after that, something new.
And
what could it be?
We don't know what it is. Well, we know what it is. You don't.
Surprise!
But tune in for a stream.
Yes.
We always have
at
one
the end of every month.
We
just had one.
Yep.
We'll be having another one at the end of September. But there's one at the end of every month, depending on when you're watching this.
Yeah. So always tune in and we'll keep you posted.
Those are a riot.
On when that is.
Riot and a romp.
They are a romp.
Yep.
We drink gross sodas.
Yes, throw some tips in the jar. We'll get nasty.
Yeah.
Right on the stream.
And they're not it's not pleasant.
Check out our snack log, our Instagram.
Check out that.
That's where you can see all of the stuff we're tasting, all our snacks and sodas.
And then, hit up the follow on the Twitter, the like on the Facebook, and
yeah. If
The
there's some
get, the
weird
better.
social media platform that we're not on and that we need to be on, just tell us about it on one of the other ones. If you are missing the boys on Dig or something,
Discord or something.
yeah, let us know.
But until then, just tune in for this other series, and we
got plenty of stuff for you. We'll be back next week
soon
with more Fire Emblem.
So have a nice whatever you're having, whether it's food or a Wednesday or
Just
an evening.
have a nice one.
Yeah, just have a good one.